Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today we are going to discuss very important topic which is ghole fish. Why fisheries has becoming important in the country? Because it is contributing a lot to the economy. On the other hand, India has become the second aquaculture largest country and it has also become the third largest country in terms of fish production after China. So in that way, we can see that blue revolution in India is improving day by day and it is in a boom condition. So moving to the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news and then we are going to discuss why was the ghole chosen, and then we are going to discuss what is the commercial importance of this fish species, and we are going to discuss how much fish does Gujarat export, and then practice question for prelims and mains. So moving to the news part. So we already have discussed that ghole has been chosen as the state fish of Gujarat, and who has chosen this? So Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel has chosen this thing in a Global Fisheries Conference India 2023, and where this conference has been held, so it has been held in Ahmedabad. So this will be very important for your prelims examination, that where Global Fisheries Conference India 2023 held, so it's held in India, Ahmedabad. And ghole is one of the largest fish found in the India, and it is black spotted croaker, and it is considered as a fisherman's lottery. So in that way, this is a news we are going to discuss. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about why was the ghole chosen. So why ghole has been chosen? Because of its economic importance and because of its uniqueness as a fish. So they are very beautiful also, and because it has a huge economic importance in terms of food and in terms of medicinal value. So that's why the ghole fish has been chosen. And because of the pollution and because of many things, you know, nowadays gholes are not spotted very easily. So when it catches the net of any fisherman, so it is called as a fisherman lottery. And last year we have seen that in Bombay it was 157 ghole has been spotted in the net of fishermen, and it has done the marketing of around 1 crore. So in that way we can see that how ghole is expensive and how much economic importance it has in the market. So that's why the ghole has been chosen, and in order to conserve the fish has been regarded as a state fish, because so many state machinery and state authorities will see that how this fish has been exploited and it should not be traded illegally. So in that way, in order to conserve this fish species, the ghole has been chosen as a state species. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about what is the commercial importance of this fish species. So when we comes to the local consumption is very rare, but this fish is very popular in China and other parts of the world. And why this fish is so much important? Because of its bladder, because of its meat, and it has also its meat is very tasty, and it is a very important delicacies in world arena. On the other hand, its bladder is very much important for the medicinal value. In China, in Hong Kong and in other countries, its bladder has been sold at the rate of 25 to 30,000, and its meat has been sold by 5 to 15,000. So in that way, it is very expensive for a common person to afford. So that's why this fish is not much locally popular, but this fish has a huge importance in terms of the export, because many of the fish varieties has been exported to other parts of the world, especially the Middle Eastern countries, the Asian countries, and in the European countries as well. So that's why its commercial importance has been more. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about how much fish does Gujarat export. So we have taken a data, and this data is from 21 to 22, and according to estimate, Gujarat was estimated at 8.74 lakh ton, and which has worth around 11,000 crore. Just a single fish is making money in such huge amount, and in terms of 2.3 lakh ton, it has fish and fish product, it has earned around 5,000 crore. So we can see that how much economic importance and commercial importance it has, especially in the export sector, that it has traded around 16,000 crore. So just a single fish, through just a fish we can earn this much of money, and it is not improving livelihood of just one fisherman, it is also improving the GDP of the country and also the export sector of the country. So moving to the next slide is related to the practice question prelims, and the question is, consider the following statement regarding fisheries. India is the third largest producer in the world. So here they are talking about the fisheries. So you have to answer accordingly. In India, Andhra Pradesh is the largest fish producer, and here you have to answer the correct statement. So kindly answer in the comment section. Moving to the next slide is a mains question, which is, the Indian Blue Revolution has led to a major improvement the fishing and the aquaculture industry. Discuss the contribution of fisheries sector in Indian economy. So we already have discussed that how much aquaculture and fishery is growing, and being an aquaculture country, we are second in the world, and for fisheries we are third in the world. So in that way we can say that, you know, India has a very good reputation in terms of the fishery and aquaculture, and we are exporting and we are trading large amount of fish and fish products and various other products. Suppose that the eyes of the fish, the bones of the fish, and all these products are not just used for the eating and feeding purposes, they are also used for the medicinal purposes, they are also used for making wine and beer. So, and they are also used for as a cosmetic product. So they are not just limited to the food industry, they are also expanding their wings to the other industry. So in that way you can give background of India's Blue Revolution and how it is booming day by day and how it is contributing a lot to the economy. Coming to that, what are the government initiative regarding this thing and how much their economic importance and economic contribution we have in the country. So around more than 5600 crore fisheries has been earned. So in that way we can see that fisheries earning a lot in that sense. On the other hand, Government of India has also issued various schemes regarding the empowerment of the fishers and also the fisheries sector. So the first scheme is that we have this PM Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. We have also this Sagar Parikrama, and this Sagar Parikrama is not just related to the production of fish, it is also related to the economic and livelihood condition of the fishermen. So here they are also focusing on that how fishing can be improved and how it can be earned and how it is not just welfare of the fishes, it is also the welfare of the fishes person. So in that way we have various initiatives. We have Kishan Credit Card. So these are the Government of India's initiative, but still we have various issues in terms of fisheries. Despite of having good fisheries resources in our country, we have few issues. The first issue is that lack of technology. So the fisher person still use the oldest technology. So lack of technology, lack of access to various government schemes, and then we have this we don't have this sustainable fishing, unregulated nature of the fishing, lack of awareness. So these are the loopholes we have in the terms of the fishing sector. Coming to that, what are the way forward? In conclusion, you have to suggest that what is the way forward we have. So the way forward is that we need to increase the technological contribution in terms of the fishing. So the fisher person should be trained in that way and the new technology should be provided. So there should be a proper training scheme for them. And then coming to the Kishan Credit Card scheme. So lots of fisher person don't know that we have such kind of schemes in our country which is dedicated to them. So there should be the awareness regarding that. And coming to that, there should be the sustainable fishing, and for that we need to develop aquaponics. And what is this aquaponics? So aquaponics is a kind of fishing method in which you can do fishing in a sustainable manner and there is a less use of water, there is a less use of resources, and whatever the other materials which are used in the fishing and other products which can be carried out in the fishing, that can be used for the plant growth and other things. So in that way, from one thing we are contributing to the plant growth also and for the other sector also. So we need to develop such things just like the aquaponics, and we need to have a sustainable fishing, and we are increasing a lot in terms of the fishing sector, but it should be in a regulated manner. So that's it for today's lecture. If you have any query related to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.